Right now, FIFA is calling this the most successful World Cup ever played. But across Europe, federations, fans, and even a former FIFA president are calling it something else, a crisis. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why thousands of fans never even made it through the door. 3 countries, 16 cities, 48 teams, the biggest World Cup ever built. That was the pitch. But before a single ball was kicked, a travel policy from the United States blocked fans from dozens of countries from even getting a visa, including supporters from Haiti, Iran, Ivory Coast, and Senegal. The president of Ivory Coast's Supporters Association said officials made it clear fans from certain countries weren't really welcome, so many simply didn't come. But here's what most fans watching at home never saw coming. A visa bond program required some visitors from select countries to pay deposits as high as $15,000 just to attend. The policy was later suspended, but by then, the damage to trust was already done. One Ghanaian international, Thomas Partey, was even denied entry to Canada and missed his team's opener. This wasn't just a football issue. It became a border issue wearing a football jersey. Most fans remember this as a ticket problem, but it was never just about tickets. By January 2026, political pressure was building across Europe, with discussions in countries like the United Kingdom, Germany, and the Netherlands about whether to boycott the tournament entirely. In the Netherlands alone, a petition against attending gathered more than 100,000 signatures for a World Cup built on the idea of global unity. It was, at best, an uncomfortable start. Some politicians even compared the situation to international sporting exclusions seen in other global conflicts, a striking comparison for a tournament FIFA had spent years promoting as its most inclusive ever. Human rights organizations also raised concerns about protections for fans and journalists, especially around immigration enforcement and access to stadiums. FIFA maintained it was working with host governments to ensure safety, while critics argued those assurances were not enough. And depending on who you ask, both perspectives carry weight. None of this stopped kickoff, but it did change who showed up and who didn't. But the crisis didn't stay political. It quickly became financial, and then technological. New Jersey's Attorney General, the state hosting the final, opened an investigation into FIFA's ticketing practices, accusing the organization of creating artificial scarcity and pricing out ordinary fans. FIFA responded by calling the prices a reflection of market demand, a simple explanation for what some fans described as a $2,000 weekend just to attend a match. And just when it seemed the controversy couldn't get more intense, the games themselves became part of the argument. After a disputed offside decision, chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov publicly questioned whether fans could truly trust the new sensor-based officiating systems, arguing that transparency around decisions was still not clear enough. The connected ball technology was meant to eliminate controversy. Instead, for many fans, it simply shifted the debate from the pitch to the algorithm. Here's the part that changes how you see the entire tournament. Independent estimates suggest this World Cup could produce nearly double the carbon emissions of the 2022 tournament in Qatar, largely due to the expanded 48-team format and the long distances between host cities. What FIFA promoted as greater inclusion also became one of the most logistically and environmentally demanding tournaments ever staged. And beneath all of that, the tournament has unfolded against a wider backdrop of real-world tension and tragedy, including reports of deaths linked to immigration enforcement operations that have left some fan communities deeply concerned. These events remain part of an ongoing and contested political debate, with strongly differing views on responsibility and context. So now you understand why the most successful World Cup ever and a World Cup in crisis can both be true at the same time. This tournament didn't just test 48 teams, it tested FIFA's ability to run a global event inside a fractured political reality, and the cracks became visible. Ticket prices, travel restrictions. VA are distressed. Boycott movements that nearly escalated. None of it stopped the football, but it did change who got to watch it and how much they trusted what they were seeing. And if you think FIFA's problems peaked here, the last time a World Cup host came under this level of scrutiny, the consequences went far deeper than anyone expected.